What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy King Art. I'm back with a new video. And in today's video, we will be talking about laziness and how to overcome it. So, you're probably sitting in your bed right now, watching this video. And you haven't done anything productive all day. It is now 7 p.m. Eastern Time. By the time this video comes out, it'll probably be like 8. By the time you watch it, it could be like 9. But your whole day is probably went by now. You have been sitting in the same spot since this morning. You have not done anything productive with your 24 hours. Now the day is gone. And all that work you could have been doing, you spent to doom scrolling on TikTok. You spent to doom scrolling on Instagram. You spent to watching meaningless videos on YouTube, watching degenerate content on YouTube. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's time to change. Real shit, it is time to change. You have been doing this for too long, and you know you have. You've been asking yourself, yo, I need to change. You've been telling yourself, yo, I need to change. You've been asking yourself, how? How can I change? You've been doing it so long, you forgot what change looks like. And that's okay. You know? You gotta start somewhere. And I'm gonna give you 3 reasons why you're lazy. Reason number 1. You are addicted to your phone. You are addicted to your phone. And that's the reality of the situation. You can't go more than 2 hours, maybe more than an hour, without your phone. You must have your phone on you at all times. You must be on your phone at all times. Because you want to be in the loop of everything. You want to be in the loop of other people's lives. Realize what I just said. You want to be in the loop of other people's lives. Other people are the reason you're even on your phone. You're not on your phone for you. You're not watching things to make yourself better. You're giving somebody views, and they're making money off of your view. That's the reality of the situation. You're giving people likes on videos that are degenerate content. When you really should be watching videos like these, videos on how to better yourself, how to make yourself a better person. And I don't think y'all realize you're hurting yourself. You're hurting your spirit, you're hurting your mind. You're bored. Being bored leads to bad decisions. Check out that video from yesterday. You make bad decisions when you're bored. You do lustful acts when you're bored. You're texting somebody you shouldn't be texting because you're bored. It's not because you want to. It's because you're bored. You have nothing else to do. You have nothing better to do. And that's what you keep telling yourself, but you have a million better things to do than be sitting on your bed or laying on your couch doom scrolling, bro. There's a million better things to do. I'm not gonna name you a million better things. That's for you to find out. I could name you two. I could name you three. Maybe five. I could name you 10. There's a bunch of better things you can be doing. Yeah, my allergies have been killing me all day. My fault. But one thing you could be doing instead of laying in your bed, go to the gym. Now, I know you don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, Art. I don't want to hear that. But you gotta hear that. Bro, are you really genuinely happy with your body, with your health? If the answer is no, go to the gym and change that. Why are you sitting here doing nothing, eating snacks in your bed? Throw those snacks out. First off, throw those fucking snacks out. And then you're complaining, oh, I need to go to the gym, I need to lose weight. This, that, and the third, but you're eating that extra Oreo. You're eating that extra bag of chips. Oh, I'm hungry. No, you're not. You're bored. You're not hungry, you're bored. There's no reason you should be eating more than 3 meals a day. No reason at all. If you were healthy, because I know there may be some people with conditions that they do need to eat here and there, but they're not overeating. There's no reason you need to overeat. If you are an obese person, you need to lose that weight, because the more weight you gain, the more health problems that will come with that later on in life. Like I was talking about yesterday, every bad decision has consequences. The more you eat, the more health problems are going to come up when you're older. The bigger you are, the more health problems you're going to have, bro. We got to watch our health, especially when we're young. There's no reason you are 22 years old and you weigh 300 plus pounds. And you're not over 6 foot tall. Like, you're 5'10", 350 pounds, obese. Bro, it's time to make a change. It's time to get in that gym and make a change. This goes for all age groups. Being obese is not healthy. It's not normal. And our world is trying to normalize that, but real shit, we gotta get in the gym and get our bodies right. We gotta eat better. We gotta eat cleaner. Because your body's going to punish you later on because you didn't take care of it when you were right now. If there's older people watching my videos, your body's probably already punishing you for what you didn't do when you were younger. And can you really blame it? You treated your body like it was a toy. Put in alcohol, drugs, unhealthy food, fast food, processed food. Like, bro, what a... I apologize. My allergies are really messing with me today. I forgot to take my allergy pill this morning, so I'm dealing with the consequences of that decision. But yeah, man, we gotta take care of our bodies while we're young. Because later on in life, it'll either repay you or it'll punish you. Your body is not a toy. Your body is not something you should abuse. Abuse for days, abuse for weeks. Your body is a vessel. Your body is not even your body for real. It's not yours, it's God's. Real shit. Your body is not yours. You are borrowing this body that God gave you, and you decided to abuse it. Now, God gave you free will. He gave you the ability to do that. But just know, one day you will have to answer for that. That perfect body that God gave you, you decided to abuse it. And now that body is punishing you. Now you have these health issues that could have been avoided if you would have just taken care of your body when you were younger. Now your lungs are all fucked up because you decided not to take care of your body when you were young. You decided to smoke every single day. You decided to smoke cigarettes, smoke vapes, even weed, fuck up your lungs. Much as y'all don't want to admit it, if you think smoke is not good for your body, it's not. And we need to realize that. It's not good for you. Alcohol is not good for you. It fucks up your liver. Now you have that, whatever that liver disease is called, I forgot. But you know what I'm talking about. Now you gotta deal with that for the rest of your life. But it could have been avoided. You know what? Some of y'all be having messed up lungs, messed up livers, and y'all still doing the shit that got you there. Y'all doing drugs that are messing up mentally, physically. Oh, because it's fun. Oh, because it's a break from the world. And I understand the world is difficult. The world is a cruel place. Life is hard. But just remember, life is hard for everybody. Life was never supposed to be easy. Life was always meant to be hard. And us as men, we need to realize that to be a man, you have to go through tough times. You have to go through trauma. Traumatic events are a part of it's a canon event. Like Spider-Verse, it's a canon event. Everything that happens to you is a canon event. You need to go through these things to change. And you have to make a decision. Am I going to grow from this? Or am I going to use it as an excuse as to why I didn't grow from it? And you have to. That leads me to my second point as to why you're lazy. Y'all hate being uncomfortable. And y'all don't know how to be uncomfortable. And do things that are uncomfortable. I go back to the point of the gym. The gym is not easy. You're gonna get tired. You gotta do shit that tires you out. And you ever noticed that the hardest things in life to get them, or the best things in life to get them, you gotta go through the hardest things. If you want that dream body, you gotta stop eating that pleasure food. What I call it, pleasure food. It's food that you use to feed the flesh. You need to eat food that feeds your spirit, your soul, your mind. Eating McDonald's every day, it's feeding your flesh because it tastes good. Eating Taco Bell, Wendy's, fast food every day. Because it tastes good. Bro. What are we doing? We need to be eating healthy. We need to be eating shit. Eat your vegetables. Eat less. Don't overeat. Don't eat snacks. Every other hour. You don't need those snacks. Yeah, you're gonna feel a little hungry. You'll be alright, bro. You could take a couple hours being hungry. All you need is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And even then, you really only need 2 meals a day. I'd be skipping breakfast.
and you have to, and you have to, and you have to.
Like, you really only need 2 meals a day. You try to lose weight, that's what you should be doing. 2 meals a day. Max.
And you have to, and you have to.
No snacks. No, don't be drinking fucking juices in between that.
And you have to
drink water.
And you have
water is the best thing for your body, but people hate drinking it because it doesn't taste like anything. And that's where y'all got it fucked up. Because water definitely tastes like something. Y'all don't drink enough water.
And
every brand of water has a different taste. If you drink enough water, you will notice it. Real shit. So make sure y'all drinking y'all water. But yeah, bro, y'all hate being uncomfortable. Y'all hate having to do things that require you to put effort in. Even if it's a minuscule amount of effort. The most amount of effort y'all want to put in is using your thumb all day. Swipe it up. Tapping the like. Tapping the comment. Be toxic to other people that you don't even know. Like, I don't think y'all realize you're living a toxic lifestyle. A very, very toxic lifestyle. It saddens me to know that there's a lot of people that won't change. There's a lot of people that are gonna continue living that toxic lifestyle because that's all they know. That's all they want to do. You can't change everybody. Even Jesus knew that. He can't change everybody. But you know what? He still died on that cross for us. He still died for our sins. Because he loved us. Even if we didn't love him back. He loved us more than you would ever love. And if you're a follower of Christ, you being lazy is an insult to him. Real shit. You being lazy is an insult to what he did for you. So please, get up out that bed. Go do something. Go find something to do. And my third point is I did say I gave you 3 reasons as to why you're lazy. A lot of y'all have a mentality that you just don't care. You just don't care. That's the reality of the situation. I apologize. But yeah, that's the reality of the situation. Y'all just don't care enough. Y'all think it's a game. Y'all think life is a game, bro. Y'all keep making excuses as to why you're not doing things. You're not doing the things that you said you would. Keep on making excuses for it. Keep on making excuses for it. Why is that? Why can't y'all just care about your life? Yes, life is short. And maybe all of this is meaningless. But we don't know that. All we know is what we see right now. Y'all worried about the future, saying, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it later, I'll do it then. Nigga, do it now. Get the fuck up. Go. Your room is probably a mess. Go clean your fucking room. And I'm one to talk, but I need to clean my room too. You know what? After this video, I will do that. I will. Once I get this video posted, edited, gonna have this room clean. Y'all see me tomorrow with a clean room. Unless I decide to make a car vlog.
And you have
Probably
to.
will make a car vlog. But I promise you I'll clean my room. But yeah, bro. Like,
And you have to. And you have to. And you have to. And you have to.
we have to start caring. Because one day it's all gonna be over.
And you have to.
And none of us truly knows what happens in the afterlife.
And you have to. And you have to. And you have to. And you have to. And you have to.
And that's just the reality of the situation. I heavily believe in Christ, and I believe Christ will come back. And he will save us. Save this evil world, this evil, wicked world, from what it's become.
And you have to. And you have to. And you have to.
And honestly, that's just the reality of the situation. And like,
And you have to. And you have to. And you have to.
today, we had somebody great pass away, Hulk Hogan. I know he had some controversies, but
And you have to.
he was an icon. R.I.P. to him.
And you have
But
to.
I bet you that's all people are worried about right now on social media. That's probably all you can find right now. Every 5 posts down, you see a new post about him. I'm not on social media, so I wouldn't know. But I bet you that's what it is.
And you have to. And you have to.
I bet you that's all you see right now.
And you
May the
have
man
to.
rest in peace, but
And you have to. And you
a
have to.
lot of y'all are gonna be like, oh,
And you have to. And you have
rest
to.
in peace, Hulk Hogan. He did this, and the third. You never met that man in your life.
And you have to. And you have to. And you have to. And you have to.
And I know he impacted a lot of people.
And you have to. And you have to.
He was arguably the greatest wrestler of all time. I used to watch WWE.
And you have to. And you have to. And you have to.
Okay?
And you have to.
All-time greats. Undertaker was my favorite wrestler. He
You have to-
retired recently.
And you have to. 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 And you have to.
But he never made me nobody. He passed away, I'd be like, rest in peace.
And you have
Like,
to.
damn, that's messed up, but you gotta move on. Y'all see these celebrities die, and y'all try to act like y'all knew that person. Y'all didn't really know that person.
And you have to. And
I
you have
didn't
to.
know that person.
And you have to.
And nobody thought Hulk Hogan was as
You have to-
controversial as he was until those tapes came out.
And you have to. And you have to. And you have to. And you have to. And you have
But
to.
that's not the point of the video. The point I'm trying to get across there is you're too wrapped up in other people's lives. You're too wrapped up in things that really don't matter. What you
You have
should
to-
be wrapped up in is your own life. You should be wrapped up in making yourself a better person. You should be wrapped up in doing great things for yourself and your family.
And you have to. And you have to.
So,
And you have to. 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 And you
time
have
to
to.
change.
And you have to. And you have to. And you have to.
Time to make a change. Real shit.
And you have to.
If you're watching this video from your bed and you haven't done anything out there,
And you have to.
let's get up. Let's go do something. Make an impact on today. Make yourself a better person every day.
And you have
1% every day. And eventually you'll get to that 100%. You'll never be perfect. Don't
you
forget
have to-
that.
And you have to.
But
And you have
don't
to.
try to be perfect. Just try to be a better person. Just try to be better. Better than you were yesterday.
And you have to. And you have to.
Morally, physically, mentally, spiritually. Try to be better. This
you
for
have
your
to-
boy King Art.
And you have to. And you have to. And you have
Hope
to.
y'all enjoyed the video. I appreciate you guys for watching.
And you have to.
Leave a like, share, subscribe.
And you have to.
Leave a
and you have to-
comment if you made it this far in the video. I really do appreciate it if you did. And
And you have to. And you
I
have to.
got y'all.